Okay. So, Kristy, you're going to do All the Light for your first tune?
No, I wonder.
Okay.
Flags of lime. Okay. Okay. And Jess does it too. Okay. I'll find the harmony.
Anywhere higher than me is good. I usually go low. Okay. To not be too much of a contrast to them.
Okay.
Because I can't hit the high notes anymore.
Oh. Take some voice lessons.
Yeah, I should. I really should.
It really helps.
Yeah. Did you do that later?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I have the name of a person sitting on my computer, right in front of it. It's been sitting there for a year.
Yeah.
Or 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's like, yeah.
It really helps. Just a few little helpful.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's really where I have a hard time with transitions anymore. I can't hit the falsetto.
It's somebody else.
You do a great job with that.
Oh, okay.
You do a great job with your getting into your falsetto.
I mean, it's right that way. So
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah.
I have to keep my chops up.
Yeah.
If I want to sing
Yeah.
Okay.
Rogue, I have to do it.
Yeah.
But if you, one thing that helps me is sing more like Minnie Mouse.
Okay. And it's just slice of lime. It's not
Like a little breaks down instead of trying to go,
Oh, instead of trying to project.
yeah. So that's what helps.
So Eric's going to give me the cue.
Technique. So if I'm singing really quiet, I'm closer. So I use a lot of right technique.
Places, everyone.
Yeah.
Places, everyone.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Eric's going to give me the cue, and then I'll introduce everybody. Hey, you know what? I was thinking, let's not put our masks on for Mark's tune. I think that might be kind of... Sure. All right. I believe we are live here at Snowy Owl Theater. And we got a very wonderful audience here tonight. I know it's been live streaming, and we're slowly letting people in the door, which is cool. And hope everybody's doing great. We are at the Icicle Center for the Arts, Icicle Creek Center for the Arts, Snowy Owl Theater, and this is the, gosh, I don't know the count, but I believe it's probably the 6th or 7th Songwriter in the Round event that they produce here at the Snowy Owl Theater. Tonight we have Mark Iler.
Hi.
With
Hi.
Mark, and to our benefit too is Jessica McKegan.
Hi.
We got Kristy Smith. I'm Kevin Jones. Larry Murante. And the house drummer extraordinaire, Steve Smith.
Yeah.
So the intent here is we practice for about 90 seconds, and the intent is to kind of just, have fun with it, wing it,
See what happens.
sit out, listen, play, whatever. We just kind of let it flow. So Mark's going to kick it off here.
Okay, so this is a song that's it's one of my newer ones. I wrote this a little bit in the trop rock genre. And if you don't know what that is, think Jimmy Buffett. This is a song about, let's get into that time of life where I might want to do something else. This is called Permanent Vacay. Well, friends of mine, we're talking about those jobs they must endure. Gotta punch that clock, pay those bills, their futures to ensure. Now they're counting the days and they're putting away enough to carry them through. Waiting for a time when no one can tell them where to be or what to do. Now I think it's time to give up working every day. Cut me a slice of lime, or a glass of rum down by the bay. Yeah, I think it's time. Take a permanent vacation, that daily grind. time and again, there's simply not enough hours in a day. From those who know just how to make the most of a big campaign, you simply can't believe they ever had the time to engage the fray. 'Cause now they don't have the time to give to a job they never wanted anyway. Now I think it's time to give up working every day. Cut me a slice of lime, or a glass of rum down by the bay. Yeah, I think it's time to take a permanent vacation, that daily grind. I think it's time for me to play. Or maybe Kevin. These days I'm a slave to a cell phone. At any time the phone can ring. It sends me off to a job somewhere for the money that it can bring. But now the time is quickly approaching when I won't have to take that call. You say me, want me when? Well, I'm sorry, my friend. Maybe try me again in the fall. Now I think it's time to give up working every day. Cut me a slice of lime, or a glass of rum down by the bay. Yeah, I think it's time to take a permanent vacation, that daily grind. I think it's time for me to play. Oh, I think it's time to give up working every day. Cut me a slice of lime, pour a glass of rum down by the bay. Yeah, I think it's time to take a permanent vacation, that daily grind. Yeah, I think it's time for me to play. I think it's time for me to play. I know that it's time. It's time for me to play. Thank you. Wow.
That was like a Jimmy Buffett song.
Well, that's what I said. You know, it's this kind of trop rock type of stuff, you know.
Buffett-esque.
But that's the first time I've ever heard that song. I've been playing this just with Jess and I. It's the first time I've heard it with a band. It's like, I like this.
We could get used to that.
We could get used to that.
I put a capo on, and then that takes my guitar out of tune, and then I took it off because I forgot I'm going second.
So this would be a good time to talk about icicle.org. It's real simple to find it. Icicle.org. www. / No, dot. Anyway.
So
There's a ton of stuff going on here, and there's a lot of stuff that's happened, and it's all archived. So this is going to be archived as well. So yeah, go and check out all the other stuff going on. Icicle.org.
org. That's a good word. So the drummer is also my husband, and we've been married for 26 years. Thank you.
They met in a band.
we met in an
Like
old
Jess and
band. Yeah. And but you can still have issues when you're married, and so this song is called "I Wonder." It's a love song.
Are you going to take exception to that, Steve?
Oh, sorry, that's me again. It's been a long time since I've been on a stage. Okay, go ahead.
I can't think of one smart thing to say, but you ask stupid questions and at the wishing well. Leave our former, more sarcastic selves while I wonder about love sometimes. I wonder, is it really blind? I wonder if I'm on your mind. I want to give my love and not myself away. I want to keep from keeping love at bay. Keeping love at bay. We wrap our histories around our hearts, then dare to let them loose and watch the sparks. While I wonder about love sometimes, I wonder, is it really blind? I wonder if I'm on your mind. Yeah, I wonder about love sometimes. I wonder, is it really blind? I wonder if I'm on your mind. Am I keeping love at bay? Am I keeping love at bay? Am I?
Lovely. Okay. So this tune is a song that is really not about a person in particular. It's just about saying goodbye to anything, like, a job, a person. It could be a person, but I didn't write it specifically about anyone in particular. Cat.
Cold.
Speaking of cat, our cat took off the other day and got in a scrap and was gone for 2 days and came back soaking wet and a little bit bruised up, and Ann nursed him back to health, and he's doing great.
He'll do it again.
Oh, Grayson. So yeah, this is definitely not about Grayson. All right, it's called There I Said It. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, there I said it, couldn't be more clear. What part of the message that you can't hear? Well, there I said it, I know it took a little while. I had to think it over, 'cause that's my style. Well, I'm telling you something you heard it before, so just turn around and walk out the door. I'm done with talking and it ain't no use. So lock the chains and cut me loose. There I said it and I'm through with you. Mark. Well, there I said it. There ain't no doubt. I'm doubled up and cramping, trying to get out. Well, now I said it. I ain't turning back. The more we hammer this, we just get off track. Well, I know I run the risk of repeating myself, but this kind of thing, I can't stay on the shelf. Well, you heard me say that it ain't no use. Unlock the chains and cut me loose. There, I said it, and I'm through with you. Oh, there I said it. I couldn't be more clear. What part of the message that you can't hear? Well, there I said it. I took a little while. I had to think it over, because that's my style. Oh, I'm telling you something. You heard it before. So just turn around, walk out the door. Well, I'm done with the talking and it ain't no use. Unlock the chains and cut me loose. There I'll sit and I'm through with you. There I'll sit and I'm through with you. There I'll sit and I'm through with you. All right, thank you.
Well, hi, everybody. Thanks for coming out tonight. I'm going to do a song that is on my latest CD. It's a title song, and I co-wrote it with a friend of mine, Lorraine Hart. It's called Little Patch of Sky. I got a little patch of sky over me. Silver clouds go rolling by over me. Could be rain and it could be dry over me. I got a little patch of sky. How I love to watch that sky over me. Inspire a daydream with a sigh happily. And don't look up to wonder why should it be a little patch of sky. I ain't got a trust fund to my name. I never learned to play their money game. But don't think twice about the price. Just give out a generous slice of some heavenly smiles. Walk in these earthy miles. Well, I got a little patch of blue, come what may. I got a rainbow coming through after gray, and never two of the same view day to day. And I would share it all with you. Some days sunshine, some days rain, sometimes joy and sometimes pain. But don't think twice about the price. Just give give out a generous slice of some heavenly smiles, walking these earthy miles. I got a little patch of sky for me and you. Got a rainbow coming through me and you. Got a little patch of sky for me and you. Thank you very much.
Well, this next song is one that I wrote actually quite a long time ago. It's on my CD, and it took me like, 55 years to produce a CD, but I finally did, which is why it's called It's About Time. It must have been expensive. Yeah, it was. A lot of studios.
You just kept writing and writing and
I
writing.
just kept doing all this stuff. So this is one that I wrote a while back. I was at the time working for a company that was flying me all over the place. I was on the road probably 65, 70% of the time, and I didn't know where I was half the time or where I was going next. So this came out of that. The flight attendant starts her speech, and it's the one I've heard before. I'm wondering how many fingers will she use this time to point out the exit door. And I read the in-flight magazine the last time I was on board. Well, I'm traveling for the company like so many times before. Well, the bellhop opens up the door, and we step from the rental car. And on the way to my room, I'm thinking, will the water be soft or hard? From my hotel window, I can hear live music from a nearby bar. When you're traveling for the company, sometimes you don't know where you are. And there's lots of time to think how much I miss her. And those emails that I write can never say just how distant and alone it can feel out on the road when you think about it and you miss her every day. I miss her every day. I miss her. And those emails that I write can never say just how distant and alone it can feel out on the road when you think about and you miss her every day. Well, tonight I'm in Miami, and tomorrow who knows where. Could be Portland or Chicago. Guess I'll find out in the air. When my plane gets in next week, I know that she'll be waiting there. travel for the company. I know she'll be there. Yeah, I know that she still cares. Yes, and I know, yeah, she'll be there. Thank you.
That's a good one, Mark. Okay, this one's kind of a sing-along. I mean, it's not kind of a sing-along, it is. But I don't think you need training. You're going to get it really fast. And these guys are singing with me, so you'll know your parts.
Oh, oh, brother, don't let your light go out. There's no other who can shine your light around. And oh, oh, sister, don't let your light grow dim. There is no one else who can shine the light that's in you. And this world needs all the light, all the light. This world needs all the light, all the light. Oh, we need all the light we can get right now. Well, sisters, brothers, our time has come to shine. Our limits are self-imposed. Ready, set, glow. 'Cause this world needs all the light, all the light. This world needs all the light, all the light. Oh, we need all the light we can get right now. The world is full of magic, full of miracles, full of love. And we have got to know somewhere deep inside we were born to shine, born to shine. Oh, this world needs all the light, all the light. This world needs all the light, all the light. Oh, we need all the light we can get right now.
Beautiful. Let's do Our Town. Yes, and Jess, you do the whistle.
Oh, yeah. It's the whistle one.
So, a little history here.
No. Yes.
So, going from
Double check.
the other side of the stage, I've known Mark for years. We met at Boeing, and we're both audio guys. And he came walking down the hallway with a tape, and he said, "Hey, this tape has a high noise floor. Can you put it into your system and listen to it?" And I thought, I can hang out with this guy. So we became fast friends, and then, of course, have played hundreds of gigs over the years. Mark's he's like a brother. And, of course, Kristy and Steve, I go way back, even farther back with Steve, back to college days. And he came knocking on my dorm room door and said, "Is Kevin Jones here?" And I said, "Oh, yeah, what? Well, we're looking for a bass player." So I opened the door, and he... In his robe. Yeah, I put my robe on first.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we played in a funk band back then called One Step Further, and it was this killer 8-piece band. And then
I have photos to prove it.
yeah,
Nice.
Bell
had a-
bottoms.
it had black hair then.
Yeah.
And anyway, fast forward, we played in bands in college, and then 3-Track Mind, and just kept on going with lots of music. Kristy and I, we met because I married into her family a long time ago, and that ended, but we kept on playing music, and I remarried lovely Ann Jones. She's here tonight,
Woo! Yeah.
and who is also a wonderful singer. And so we just have a great relationship that has just kept on going, and through music and just friendship and love, it's just a wonderful thing that we can all just get along. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, Larry, I don't know who this guy is.
Who invited him?
I just came in off the street.
So I think I first heard Larry at like an open mic or something, and I thought, holy crap, that voice is unbelievable. And so we got to know each other and started doing some gigs, and we worked on a few recordings at my studio, and we kind of ebb and flow with our schedules as far as playing together.
Yeah.
So this is really a treat for me to be back on the stage
Me too.
with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Larry Murante. Oh, he's also an award-winning songwriter.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, so I probably should have been tuning when I did that. This is in F. It's a song called Our Town. Make sure I have it the right way. Boy, you're glad I did this. Okay.
Oh, like you need another guitar.
Yeah.
Don't tempt him. Don't tempt him.
Don't tempt him, yeah.
Ann's begging us.
So one of the things that is good to do is when you change your strings, don't turn the little ends in, because you don't have to go to acupuncture if you just leave it like that. So, a little bit of
Blood on the strings.
Wisdom.
I need a Band-Aid. All right, this is called Our Town. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Well, I must say, I love this town. It's part of me. It never lets me down. Tell me, where else could you go? Feel like everyone you already know. This is my town. This is your town. Welcome to our town. Well, a tap on the shoulder, how do you do? A smile from a friendly face, looks good on you. And after all is said and done, there's a place for everyone. This is my town. This is your town. Welcome to our town. Yes. You see it time and time again, the total strangers lending a hand. This is my town. This is your town. Welcome to our town. Well, you can join the dance, take time to rest. Well, every season, no different. You can blend in with the crowd or sing your song right out loud. This is my town. This is your town. Welcome to our town. And sometimes you will see a reminder why we're free. So take a good look around. You won't find a finer town. This is my town. This is your town. Welcome to our town. Oh, 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 this is my town. This is your town. Welcome to our town. Thank you.
Kevin Jones. Well, I have two older brothers, and my dad, they all worked on cars when I was a kid. And both my brothers have shops back in Pennsylvania where I grew up. And they still work on cars. But when I was growing up, there was always something apart in the backyard. And when they ran into trouble, they would seek out the best mechanic within 100 miles in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. His name was Billy, and is about him, sort of. It's called More Than He Knows. Let me tune my guitar.
I'll do it too.
Oh, why not? Me too.
Okay. I guess it's up to me to entertain. I know two jokes. I'm going to tell you one right now. Why did the Buddhist monk refuse Novocaine at the dentist?
Why? Do tell.
Because he wanted to transcend dental medication.
Oh.
Sorry.
Right.
That's good.
Cool.
Want to hear mine?
Yeah.
What lays at the bottom of the ocean and shakes? A nervous wreck.
Hey, this is a family show.
Sergeant was a backyard mechanic. 3 or more people in the same room made him panic. There wasn't a car he couldn't fix. 8 or 4 cylinders, straight or slant, 6. German made, British, Japanese, just take your pick. He was a full-time tech school scholar. After high school, went to college. He flunked out and joined the army in a snip. But he served this country well in that Southeast Asian hell. Brought back a bum knee with a big old piece of Ho Chi Minh shrapnel. He carries it with him wherever he goes. He carries it with him more than he knows. Well, his father died in 75, same year the war ended. From a failed heart, they say Sergeant never knew. But he missed him all the same. And one day when his own heart gave way on a bar stool at the Bath Hotel, grabbed his chest, saw his old man's face. He carries it with him wherever he goes. He carries it with him more than he knows. Well, he dreamed he was flying up near the clouds, high above a canyon, a red-tailed hawk floating on a thermal wind, and then diving down, diving down. Well, his doctors intervened and postponed his next reincarnation. After a couple of weeks, he's on his back underneath a Chevy sedan. And he looks up past the firewall, through the manifolds, vacuum lines, and saw a little blue patch of sky. And it made him smile, and a tear welled in his eye. He was so damn glad to be alive. He carries it with him wherever he goes. He carries it with him more than he knows. Carries it with him wherever he goes. Carries it with him more than he knows. More than he knows. So much more. So much more than he knows. Thank you.
So every time there's a major event in this country or anywhere, there's certain images and certain words and phrases that come around that. So I wrote this one to include pretty much all of the trite lyrics I could find to describe the early days of the pandemic.
Yeah, Jess came to me with this song and said, hey, I got this song I wrote, and here's how I want you to play it. And she basically told me what chords and how and where and everything. It's like, okay, do you want me to do that next? Okay, cool. And it was great. It's like, this is really fun. This is
I
a
write
nice
in the
tune.
shower a lot.
She does. She heard it all in her head. She knew exactly what she wanted when she came to me with this, and it was really cool. So I went, wow, awesome. So I'm usually the one doing most of the songwriting, but she came up with this one. So, and then put all the work on me. You'll see why in a minute.
Working from home, all alone, waiting for the sun to shine through. Oh, I wanna go play, but it won't be today.
I got the social distancing blues.
Stand 6 feet away to keep the virus at bay. That's what we all gotta do. Shelter in place, keep my hands off my face.
Oh, I got the social distancing blues. I got the social distancing blues.
Gotta stay safe, that's what they say on the news. I've got the social distancing blues. It all comes down to what we choose. Wearing a mask is no easy task, but that's what we all have to do. COVID-19 is such a sad scene. Oh,
I got the social distancing blues.
I've got the social distancing blues. How we get through this, yeah, we get to choose. I've got the social distancing blues. I've got just one life that I don't want to lose. I gotta hang on till the virus is gone. It might be a year, maybe 2. Sick of staying at home all alone. Oh, I've got the social distancing blues. I got the social distancing blues. I got my vaccine so I can leave this bad dream. I've got the social distancing blues. Oh, I'm tired of social distancing. So tired of social distancing. Oh, I've got the social distancing blues. Thank you.
Jess McKegan.
Okay, I got to sit down because I have a brand new guitar, and I gave it to my guitar tech, and he didn't put a strap hook on it. I asked him to, but he put an amazing pickup in it, and it sounds great. So I didn't want to not play it, but I have to sit down to play it, and I prefer standing. But I'd like you all to meet Cheryl. This is what I named
Hi,
her.
Cheryl.
Because she used to belong to Sheryl Crow. And so I bought her at Emerald City Guitars in Pioneer Square. And I was trying out a bunch of guitars, and I fell in love with it before I knew that it had been Sheryl Crow. So I feel like it was destined for me.
That guitar is as close as I'm ever going to come to Sheryl Crow.
Me too. You can hold
I think you
her.
can say
all
that
of
for a
us.
lot
I
of
know,
us.
I
This
want to
is
hold her
Cheryl.
later. Yeah.
Her essence is in here. I feel it. Anyway, so but I want to do this song. We're approaching the time of year it's called Winter Comes Calling, and I tend to get the seasonal blues, and so I wrote this song about that, and I hope you enjoy it. This is the darkest part of winter, and I fear the light will never come again. That's how I am. Still I sigh and I surrender. Where is mercy when I need her? She is here, and still I fear. This is the coldest part of winter, and I feel a hibernation coming on. It won't be long. I can feel the cold descending deeper and deeper inside me. I start to freeze. Can you believe? Winter comes calling and I don't feel all right. Still I face my teacher, I greet the dying light, and awake to the night. This is the hardest part of darkness, never trusting that the light will come again. And I descend. I've no doubt there'll be tomorrow, and the sorrow may be here when I awake. A chance I'll take. Winter comes calling and I don't feel all right. Still I face my teacher, I greet the dying light, and awake to the night. Oh, I don't need to see everything, see what's ahead. I just need enough light to take the next step. No surprise, the sun comes shining, and I feel like I am greeting an old friend. How have you been? And the light she fills me in on how I've grown from where I've been, how dark fits in. I rise again. Winter comes calling and I don't feel all right. Still I face my teacher, I greet the dying light. Winter comes calling and I am still all right. Yeah, I face my teacher, I greet the dying light, and awake to the night.
Thank you. Thank you.
What are you gonna do, Kev?
I'm going to do a song about a guitar that I bought from a pawn shop. And I used to go into pawn shops until COVID happened. And I actually would go pretty much every other day, on, not really to be shopping, but because I got so tired driving home from work, I'd stop in Auburn and walk in. And I usually found deals, but you can't find deals anymore. They're just not there. Anyway, I found this, darn internet anyway.
Darn
I
it.
found this old Harmony guitar, 1953 Harmony, that had action that was like this far from the neck. Yeah.
Oh, a slide guitar.
About that. Anyway, I thought, well, I'll buy it because it's got a cool case. It's got a brand new case, and I can't remember what I paid, not much. Brought it home and took pictures of it, and I decided to, list it and just say, okay, the guitar is not playable. You can hang it on your wall. You can paint it. You can reset the neck and try to fix it. Play it as a slide guitar or whatever. And I thought, well, what if I put the capo up here and bring the strings down and see what happens? So I did, and it sounded great. So it's one of those songs, and we've all done this, where they just fall into your lap, and you write it in like 20 minutes, and spend 55 years redoing it, right?
Relearning it.
Anyway, this is called This Old Guitar. Let me make sure I'm in tune here.
I don't think you didn't bring it, did you?
Yeah, where is it?
I sold it.
At a pawn shop.
It's at home. It's B. Oh, I'm glad I fixed that one. Yeah. This old guitar. Oh, I can't sell this old guitar. The journey's taken her this far. Born in 1953, now she's made her way home to me. Oh, I can't sell this old guitar. There's a story behind every scar. Sometimes she gets a little out of tune, but that's no reason to let her go this soon. Well, the strings are high and I don't mind, and it takes a little work. A little buzzing here and there, but I guess it's just a perk. How many songs are played and the love that remains? I'll never know. That is something I can't let go. Now I can't sell this old guitar. I'd love to read her memoirs. She hasn't given up on me, so I'll capo up and just let her sing. Well, the strings are high, but I don't mind, and it takes a little work. A little buzzing here and there, but I guess it's just a perk. How many songs are played and the love that remains? I'll never know, but that is something I can't let go. No, I won't sell this old guitar. For now she's stuck with me like tar. I know there will come a time when she'll move on. She'll move on down the line. Thank you.
But you said you wouldn't sell it.
Well, I haven't. It's sitting in my studio on the shelf, in the original case that I bought it for and never used the case. So
But it was such a good
it was
deal.
only fitting to, since it kind of had a renewed life, to put it in the good case.
Okay.
Well, this is a song about my neighbors when I was a kid growing up. Their names were Lydy and Mabel. They were Pennsylvania Dutch. They had very strong German accents. And they were much older than my folks, who were in their mid-30s. I have 2 older brothers. And the week I was born, they brought me home to this new house. And it just so happened that Leidy and Mabel moved in the very same week. Now, their house was brand new, and their driveway wasn't finished yet. It was all mud, so Leidy had to order some stone, and a big truck came and dumped this huge pile of stone in the middle of the driveway. My dad had bought a shovel that morning, and he said to my mom, he said, "Laura, I think I'm going to go over there and help old Leidy spread some stone around, you know, get to know him a little better, do the neighborly thing." And this song is about the progression of our relationship with Leidy and Mabel from that day forward. It started with a shovel, I guess, on a bright autumn day, when Dad helped Leidy spread stone in his driveway. We had just moved in, and in the most neighborly way, he helped Leidy spread stone in his driveway. His wife Mabel declared that it was more than an air, and Dad took a shovel home with him. She said it was hers, he said it was his. That's where the property line war begins. Property line, she'd say what's yours will be mine. If it ends up on my side of the property line, she'd say stay on your own 50 feet, don't cross the property line. Well, Leidy worked the afternoon 3 to 11. He'd pull out at 2:45. At 2:51, in the rain or hot sun, Mabel would walk the line, dragging her toy wagon. It was a red radio flyer with white rocks piled up to the brim. She'd lay each one down on the line, and then at 10:59, she'd pick them all up again from the property line. She'd say what's yours will be mine. If it ends up on my side of the property line, she'd say stay on your own 50 feet. Stay on your own 50 feet, don't cross the property line. Had a broomstick with a nail sticking out of the end. It was like a fairy tale the Grimms or Aesop might write. Yeah, she'd flail it about if you got close to the edge. Thank God her growl was so much bigger than her bite. There were baseballs and kickballs and soccer balls and toys that often disappeared in the night. The next day she'd fire up her burn barrel, made sure we were home, and then she'd burn our toys one at a time across the property line. She'd say what's yours will be mine. If it ends up on my side of the property line, she'd say stay on your own 50 feet. Stay on your own 50 feet. Stay on your own. Sometimes Leidy would come over for coffee. We'd all pretend things were normal and fine, while Mabel would peek through her Venetian blinds, watching Leidy from their side of the property line. She'd say, stay on your own 50 feet. Stay on your own 50 feet. Stay on your own 50 feet. Don't cross the property line. Thank you. True, sir. Everything's true.
Oh, that's a great story.
Yeah. So Mark has an expression. This woman didn't have issues. She had subscriptions.
Yeah. Some people do.
We found the broomstick with the nail when we cleaned out my mom's house a couple of years ago. And so one of my brothers has it still.
Oh,
Broomstick with the nail. Yeah.
That's nasty.
It's nasty.
Nasty.
Gladys Kravitz.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're right.
This is one of Mark's trop rock songs, and if you don't know what that is, that's songs in the genre of Jimmy Buffett. Little country, little Caribbean, a lot about the islands.
And on the CD that I put this one on my CD, and I found a really awesome local steel drum player to play on this. So I'm really happy with the recording too. Actually, Steve played drums on this too. He's part of that. Do you remember this? Oh, totally.
Oh, totally.
So this was written when I did go down to Key West for a Jimmy Buffett convention. Okay, fine, all right. It was a party. I mean, you know, their whole thing is party with a purpose, right? You know, they get out there and they party like crazy and they raise money for charities, and you know they justify all of their drunken
Frivolity.
by saying we give money to charity. Good. That's nice. So, but still, you know, it was a lot of fun, and this is about that. There's this hotel in the middle of Key West, right in, and at the time it was the tallest hotel on the island. They had a rooftop bar, and so you'd go up there and get a nice cocktail and watch the sun go down. It was the best place on the island to watch the sunset, and this is called Key West Sunset. It was just another day down island. Got up just before the crack of noon. I was still a little foggy from the night before. Thought I might have gotten up too soon. But I had to get up and put my face in the sun. So I stumbled out through the door. You know, I'd still rather have the morning after than never have had the night before. So now we'll gather around here again, have some drinks with a couple of friends, watch those evening colors dance around. We'll toast the sun as it's going down. I ventured out and found myself some coffee. Then I headed over to Duval. I threw some money around. The local souvenir shops are so much better than a heartless mall. Found some time for a little siesta, a margarita and a dip in the pool. A little walk in the sand to let my body get tanned. If I get jealous back home, that's cool. So now we'll gather around here again, have some drinks with a couple of friends, watch those evening colors dance around. We'll toast the sun as it's going down. You know, a sunset only lasts a moment, and this moment's only good for a while. But I got rum and I got lime and lots of friends in the time to bring around plenty of smiles. With that little green flash behind us, this little island starts to come alive. We're gonna wander around the streets of this town. We could be up until the morning light. So take a break from what passes for normal. Here's a chance to really let yourself go. A little tropical wind with just a hint of sin. It's a chance to purify your soul. So now we'll gather around here again, have some drinks with a couple of friends, watch those evening colors dance around. We'll toast the sun as it's going down. So now we'll gather around here again, have some drinks with a bunch of our friends, watch those evening colors dance around. We'll toast the sun as it's going down. Toast the sun as it's going down. All right, thank you.
I have a beautiful 6-year-old grandson who now, who several years ago that they moved to San Francisco. And so this is also a sing-along, but the only words you need to sing are ba, ba, ba. So I think you can do it. So this is a song I came home from. We actually delivered them. We drove them down with the big moving truck and everything. And so I wrote the song when we got home. It's called Home.
They actually rode in a car.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I rode in the car with the kid and the cats and my daughter.
Yeah.
And Steve rode in the moving van.
38 foot. No, it wasn't that big. 28.
Big, but not that big. Okay.
38 foot.
One, two, three, four.
Guys, I'm such an amateur right now. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I left my heart in San Francisco just 1 week ago, and now I close my eyes to see you smiling all aglow, and I will always be your home. I will always be your home. Ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. I left my dreams inside a notebook, small and safe and sound. But you have opened every page, and now my wishes dance around, and I will always be your home. I will always be your home. Ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. To make a new start is rarely easy, but the universe conspired, and now my heart's in San Francisco, full of love that you inspire. And I will always be your home. I will always be your home. Ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba.
doing, Kev?
Oh, I'm going to do time of the year.
Okay.
Time of the year. So, a little bit about these guitars. Mark's got 2 of them. I've got 1. Actually, I got 4.
You got more.
4 total.
We have 4 total in our household, too.
Roger Hamilton is a absolutely wonderful builder, and he lives in Rochester, Washington, and he used to live in Buckley, and then he moved, which is a bummer because we live in Enumclaw.
He used to get the guitars first, and then, I'd go in and try and get a guitar from Roger, and Roger said, "No, Kevin got that one." I said, "Oh, come on, really?" And now he lives near me.
Yeah.
I get him first.
You should give Larry one, too. Yeah, what about me?
I know. You guys are hogging them.
Right.
So these are the parlor guitars that he makes. He makes a bunch of different types of guitars, but these are parlors. And I got a Sunrise pickup in this one. I think he got a K&K
Highlander
pickup.
system.
Highlander.
system.
So Roger's a great builder, good friend. And I went over to his shop that used to be in Buckley and was flabbergasted at how his guitars sounded. And I didn't really know Roger at all at that point, but his wife was working the store, and so Roger got a hold of me and he goes, "Hey, I noticed you stopped into the store." This is like 25 years ago, something like that. And I said, "Yeah, I just loved your guitars." And he goes, "Well, how about if I make one for you?" I said, "I'd love that. How much?" And he goes, "No, I'm going to make one for you." Wow. Really? He goes, "Do you design it? And I'll make it for you. If you want any pickups or any of that crap," because he's
an
kind of a
acoustic
purist.
guy. Yeah, he's an acoustic.
Then you got to pay for that. But yeah, he built this beautiful grand auditorium. And the deal with Roger's guitars, now these are different because these join the body at the 12th fret. Mm-hmm. But he, with his others, dreadnoughts and so forth, grand auditoriums, grand concerts, they join at the 13th fret. And he moves the bridge back a little bit to compensate. And it's cool because you got a tighter feel, most of the guitars join at the 14th fret. So that's kind of his trademark.
Could I get some of Kevin in our monitor over here, please? I can't even hear Kevin's guitar. There we go. Oh, great, yes.
So this is a
Thank
tune
you.
that I wrote quite a while ago. It's called Time of the Year. I wrote it on Christmas Eve. So if you were to kind of go with the Christmas story, whatever your version of that is, it's, everybody's got their own version, which is the cool thing about it. If you were to take the perspective of Joseph, this is kind of from his perspective. It's called Believing in Something You Can't See. Time of the year. It's another Christmas Eve. The snow ain't falling down. Just another rainy night in the sleepy little town. And now I wonder why I trouble. I should just let it go and trust, just like Mary and Joseph, as they swept away the dust. Now it's all getting clear why I'm willing to stay here. I guess it's all about believing at this time of the year. Take me as I am, and I will do the same. Even though the world says different, there is no one here to blame. I think I understand Joseph, what he was feeling like this night. Just believe in the mystery and don't give up the fight. Sometimes I hang in the balance,
Sometimes I hang in the balance.
feel like I'm bringing up the rear,
Feel like I'm bringing up the rear.
and how things get distorted at this time of the year. And know that the impossible can happen if I am willing to let it go. And in my life I've witnessed some miracles, and now I want to witness just one more. So I watch the rain keep falling. I know the fog will slowly clear. I keep my heart and soul protected and try not to shut my ears. So many years ago their journey seemed the vision fell clear. But there was one that walked before me. Their vision was so very clear. And I know today they're with me at this time of the year. Oh, 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 oh. Thank you.
Well, this song was inspired by an essay by Clarissa Pinkola Estes, and it was called We Were Made for These Times. You can find it online, and I highly recommend finding it. It's not a long essay, but I read it and inspired this song, and it's called Made for This.
Go!
Probably not.
Rich men coming to take you away. Lady Liberty, we've led you astray. While we sat on our hands, we drifted away. The money took over, now we all pay and pay. But this ship isn't sinking, its timbers are strong. The crew is divided, lines have been drawn. While we point at each other and we bicker and fight, the ones with the money play with our rights. Whoa, brother, take my hand and pray. Hey, sister, we're all gonna be okay. We were made for this. To fight for children, the elderly and poor, the unguarded and the helpless, not another needless war. And these endless obfuscations, the alternate truths, the lies and fabrications, the absence of proof. Oh, brother, take my hand and sister, we're all gonna be okay. We were made for this. We were made for this. One soul helps another, one act at a time. If we hold on to each other and be patient and kind, mend the part of the world that's within your reach. Build a critical mass that brings justice and peace. Whoa, brother, take my hand and pray. Hey, sister, we're all gonna be okay. We were made for this. We were made for this. We were made for this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, where are we here?
We are in the final round of Jeopardy.
Final round.
You thought you were at a concert. All right, so this is based on a true story, lightly mangled to suit our convenience.
It's pretty true. I mean, you know,
yeah, so-
my friend Kat lives in North Carolina, and the one thing you never ask somebody is where they get their moonshine from, because that's rude. They ain't going to tell you anyway, because that's a secret. They have their sources. That's the end of it. All I know is that she sent me a jar of moonshine peaches. And I thought, oh, this is awfully charitable and very nice. Well, what happened is that she was kicking around the house one day. She's going to make a peach pie. And she puts up her own fruit and stuff like that, and cans and everything. And she reached for that can of peaches. And she got a little bit more than she bargained for. She took one little bite of it, and it about threw her on the floor, because it's pretty potent stuff. And so that's kind of how it got going. And she told me that story. I said, boy, I'd sure like to taste some of those. And a couple of weeks later, there's a couple of jars of moonshine peaches waiting for me at the post office. And I think shipping alcohol might have some type of legal applications, but I'm not altogether sure, and I don't care because it arrived safely, and we got it. So.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Don't ask, don't
Exactly.
tell. Come on out here, sweetheart.
So,
Give me a second to get back into.
this song came from that, and
So-
go ahead.
And you have a part. Your part is
Oh yeah, of course.
when he says moonshine peaches,
You got to
we
answer
say
me back.
moonshine
peaches.
peaches. Or actually, we sing moonshine
Yeah,
peaches.
just answer. It's an
And
call and
there's some
response
oohs and
thing.
ahs in there, but mostly moonshine peaches.
Feel free to sing along and have a little
Yeah,
fun with this.
yeah.
It's because this is a nonsensical song and it doesn't mean anything anyway. So, okay, so Kev, if you could take the first solo on this,
Okay.
and then I'll do the second one with this thing.
And what key you got this?
E.
E.
E, B?
E. The key of seeing mice.
As in moonshine peaches.
Yeah. This is not the key of C, the Hispanic key. It's C.
E. Or the
No,
Canadian
or
key.
G. G. Perpetually amazed. None of that. This is the key of E. E. Like I saw a mouse.
Knights of knee.
Nyeh. Okay, enough of this.
It's frivolity. Okay.
There it goes. Well, I went to the cupboard for a jar of canned fruit. Plums or pears, I figured any would suit. I found Cat's canned peaches, they sure look nice. They nearly knocked me over when I had me a slice, 'cause they were moonshine peaches.
Moonshine peaches.
Moonshine peaches.
Moonshine peaches.
We had moonshine peaches and we had us a real good time. Well, then my brother Scott walked in through the door. He looked at me kind of funny, said, "What you smiling for?" showed him the jar and he took a little bite. He said, I think I'll have another 'cause they sure taste right. They were moonshine peaches.
Moonshine peaches.
Moonshine peaches.
Moonshine peaches.
We had moonshine peaches and we started to feel real fine. Jessie came to see me that night, and I said I had something that would sure put her right. Well, she had a few slices and squealed with delight. We found ourselves dancing in the pale moonlight over moonshine peaches.
Moonshine peaches.
We had moonshine peaches.
Moonshine peaches.
We had moonshine peaches, and we had us a real good time. Here we go. Take long before the word got around. By first Friday night it was all over town. Folks started coming over about 4:30. Well, after midnight they were screaming for more of those moonshine peaches.
Moonshine peaches.
The moonshine peaches.
Moonshine peaches.
We had moonshine peaches and we had us a real good time. Well, we had moonshine peaches.
Moonshine peaches.
We had moonshine peaches.
Moonshine peaches.
We had moonshine peaches, honey.
Moonshine peaches.
We had moonshine peaches.
Moonshine
Yeah,
peaches.
give me moonshine peaches and I'll show you a real good time. Thank you.
Okay.
Now after that.
Are we doing okay on time? Everybody feels okay about the time?
I think so.
Time's up. Okay. So when Kevin and I were playing and Steve and I were playing in 3-Track Mind, we used to do this song, No More Bad News. It can also be a sing-along if you're in the mood for singing. Wait.
Hang on just a second.
Wait a minute, a bit too. Bring down the treble a little bit.
Okay?
A little less trouble.
I'm ready.
Less trouble. Talk about dominoes, talk about ripples. News spreads like wildfire, it maims and it cripples. Bad news fills the living room, then fills our heads. We take it to work and play, and then we take it to bed. We cannot escape the violent frames. Sensationalized news bits make desensitized brains. Daily acts of hatred on our TV screen, well, they make the news worth watching, it would seem. Well, no more bad news. Oh, I can't take it. No more bad news. There has to be a solution. No more bad news to this airwave pollution. Too much bad news for our viewing
pleasure. War-tortured faces to see at our leisure. Violence glorified, how can we measure the long-term effects or reject the pressure of large doses of daily bad news? No more bad news. Oh, I can't take it. No more bad news. There has to be a solution. No more bad news to this airway pollution. It undermines peace. It undermines power. And you and I choose it every hour. On the hour. No more bad news. No more bad news. Oh, I can't take it. No more bad news. There has to be a solution. No more bad news. No more bad news. No more bad news. There has to be a solution. No more bad news to this airwave pollution. I'm gonna turn off the TV. Maybe even do some yoga. Yeah, I'm gonna brew up some herb tea. Finally set my soul free from too much bad news.
Oh, there goes my pick.
Well, pick it up.
I got it. So I had a friend who had a psychic girlfriend, and it didn't work out because she left him before they met.
Alrighty then.
It's like one of those
So back to, we're going to do another 3-track mind song, actually. This one is a grooving monster. And Mark, you're going to do a harp solo on this, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a key of E minor.
What is it?
E minor.
Oh, yeah.
E minus.
E minus. Oh, boy.
So this tune was written back when we used to do a lot of gigs at this place called the Milton Tavern. And it was in Milton. So we had
Oh, man.
Jennifer Todd, who I was trying to play her part. And Jennifer, I'm sorry if I screwed it up. But I play with a thumb pick, and so does she, so that's how that works out. But anyway, Jennifer and Kristy and I first had three-track band, and that was before Steve joined the band. And so we thought, maybe this would be a good match. We kind of need we need a drummer, we need a percussionist, and Steve's amazing. So why don't we go ahead and have him come down and, maybe these two might hit it off. You never know. Well, Steve's pretty subdued tonight. Normally he is just totally...
Weird.
Well, you know what happened when he walked in that night? I mixed sound for the band and played a harmonica occasionally. It's like I was sitting there mixing sound for these guys. And Kevin said, I got a friend of mine that might stop by tonight. It's Steve Smith, and so, all right, whatever. So I'm sitting there, and then this guy walks up behind me, and he's looking at my soundboard, and he says, you could put a little bit more treble on that girl's voice up there. I'd probably sound a little better. And I went, okay, I'm just kind of, and when people do that, you touch the knob, but you don't really move it. You make whatever. It's like I know what I'm listening for. Then he starts telling me these other things. I went, are you Steve Smith? He says, yeah. I went, all right.
Yeah, that's right. So Steve was in rare form that night, and he was, in normal form, actually. Yeah. And he was being super goofy, and I say this with all the love I can muster. And we're like brothers, too. Go way back. And anyway, so Chris and I rode together from Enumclaw that night, and I remember thinking, well, he'll probably drum in the band, but I'm not sure about any kind of a relationship. And Kristy was really silent, and I said, so, Chris, what do you think about Steve? And she goes, I think he's really cute.
And the rest is history.
Yep. So
He is cute, though, right? Yeah.
anyway, this song was written during that time. It's called Right and Wrong. Well, you're walking along down the long dark hallway. The people open doors, say you gotta go my way. You better stop now and use your head. The decisions you make just might leave you dead. Have you ever been awakened by what you dream? Like you're the actor in a famous scene. You're tied to the tracks on cue, you scream. A little comes some money, that's what it seems. And you're trying to decide what's right and wrong, and you're giving it up so you can get along. Did you ever consider that it might be wrong? If you did, you'd surely see there's no place for you to be. Have you ever been awakened by what you dream? Like you're the actor in a famous scene. You're tied to the tracks on cue, you scream. It all comes some money, that's what it seems. And you're trying to decide what's right and wrong, and you're giving it up so you can get along. Did you ever consider that it might surely see that is no place for you to be. No, no. Take one, Steve. And you're trying to decide what's right and wrong, and you're giving it up so you can get along. Did you ever consider that might be wrong? If you did, you'd surely see that there's no place for you to be. And if you did, you'd surely see that there's no place for you to be. And if you did, you'd surely see that there's no place for you to be. And if you did, you'd surely see that there's no place for you to be. No, no. Thank you, Mr. Steve Smith, Mr. Mark Iler.
All right, what's next?
All right, Larry, bring it on home.
This is a song about the winter solstice. It's called Ready for the Dark. I love it when grass gets so frozen, breaks like glass beneath your feet. When clouds are so high in the sky, the air is clear as it can be. When your lips are wet and warm as summer sets a fire in my heart. We're coming up on winter solstice, honey. Are you ready for the dark? Ready for the dark in the cold, cold night. Put another log on the hearth. When days are short and nights are longer, you gotta get ready for the dark. Winter makes me pull you in much closer, tell you about the things been on my mind. How your touch always brings me comfort. For you I'll lay it on line, lay it on line like a loyal soldier. Up on the wall there's standing guard. It's a wild night, nature's wielding, honey. Are you ready for the dark? Ready for the dark in the cold, cold night. Put another log on the hearth. When days are short and nights are longer, you gotta get ready for the dark. Oh, when the sun starts hugging the horizon, oh, honey, that's my cue to hug a little more with you. And as each day goes by, you and I make more light shine through. A little more light each day, all the way to June. Winter is a time for cold reflection, for giving thanks to the ones we love, to look inside from all direction. I look at you and all I think of is how I'm gonna wrap my arms around you, watch this fire spit and spark on this quiet, cold December evening. I'm so ready for the dark. Ready for the dark, the cold, cold night. Put another log on the hearth. put another log on the hearth. When days are short and nights are longer, you gotta get ready for the dark.
Hey, thank you so much for having us in your living room tonight. And thanks for those people that are tuning in. Snowy Owl Theater, Eric Frank on the sound, just doing a great job, and video. We really enjoyed playing tonight. This is a vibrant artistic community that we have here, and a real treat and a luxury to have this beautiful place to play. We've seen a lot of music and played. I've attended a lot of shows and played a lot of shows here. We saw Bruce Coburn in the Meadow Theater a couple years ago, and that was amazing. So let's start with Jessica McKegan.
Hi.
Jess.
Thank you.
You can call her Jess. Mark Iler on vocal and guitar and harmonica.
All right.
Kristy Smith, vocal, guitar, tambourine, and a new guitar named Cheryl. Larry Murante. Our resident drummer, Steve Smith. And I'm Kevin Jones, and I've been talking more here because I'm the host technically, so I had to make sure everybody was introduced properly. Hope I did the right thing.
It's all his fault we're here.
So we actually prepared an encore.
We haven't played it.
Imagine that.
You can sing along, of course.
When you're down and confused and you don't remember who you're talking to, concentration slip away, 'cause your baby so far away, and there's a rose of distant cloud, and the eagle flies with the dove. And if you can't be with the one you love, honey, love the one you're with. Love the one you're with.
Love the one you're with. Don't be angry. Don't be sad. Don't sit crying.
She's a girl, and you're a boy. Get it together, make it nice. Sing on me, any more advice. And there's a rose, a Kristy cloud, and the eagle flies with the dove. And if you can't be with the one you love, honey, love the one you're with. 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 Thank you so much. It's been a great evening.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you for being here. This has been great.
Be safe out there and be kind to yourself and to others. Thank you.